Namo Ayi Dapat, the second stage in meditation. The first stage is to recognize all your thoughts. Any thoughts that come up, good thoughts, bad, desires, greed, all your six senses from smell, from even non-even related to you, a movie thought, a song thought, anything, you recognize it. You recognize all the thoughts that rises from meditation, and you begin to reflect all the good, all the bad thoughts. You know it exactly the moment it rises. Now the second stage is how to let go of all those thoughts that rises when you meditate. First, you have to understand that all those thoughts are not important, not related. The past, you cannot hold on. The presents go by the millisecond. You still cannot hold it. The future is still not here. So all those thoughts, worries, everything, you just have to let go. It's kind of like if you are able to meditate for an hour, you leave your 1 hour to silence, nothing. You listen to your inside. Nothing matters from the outside. Your six senses become one. Well, there's actually 8, but 6 senses become one. Absolute silence. The moment it arises, you let it go. You say, oh, it's about food. Not important, go. Desires, not important, let it go. Greed, ambition, not important in this 1 hour, let it go. Absolute silence, your sixth sense become one silence piece. You can try to imagine yourself sitting up and above of a mountain with fresh air, fruits, beautiful sound, sunrise or sun setting, just you and all your six senses in one. Peaceful mind. You are not you. There is no I or there is no mine. Nothing is yours. So we already talked about reincarnation. So reincarnation into an animal or human, into heaven, is all about your karma. Good karma or bad karma. It's that string. So nothing is yours. So this body is borrowed. Your human body is still just temporary. Maybe the next life you're an animal body. Is still temporary. It depends on your karma. Healthy body, sick body, it's still all karma connected. Good deeds that you've done. Maybe you've never ate or hurt an animal, a living creature. That's why you have such good health. Maybe last life you were a hunter and you were rich, but you hurt a lot of sentient beings, creatures like chicken, beef, whatever. That can cause you to have a little bit of a bad health for this life. So everything is karma related. So everything is due to karma. And if you do good deeds, you help others, you save lives, you do a lot of donations. So you do all that, then you have good health and you are respected and you are able to earn a lot of money because last life karma, you've stored a lot of those good deeds. And now money comes, health comes, everything seems very easy. So everything is related, one connected to the other. And why some people try so hard, but they're always so poor, maybe because they've never known to give others, to help others. And why are some always in bad health but rich? Maybe because they ate a lot of animals, they killed a lot of animals, or they never saved a life. It's all connected due to karma. Why are some born into heavens and why are some into hell? Maybe they did some killing, or and some always dedicated to good deeds, helping the environment, helping other sentient beings, from little creatures like ants to human to anything. So your body is not yours. It's constantly changing from lives to lives. It's kind of like you change skin, mind, body. So you have to know that there's no absolute you, or there's no absolute mine. Your big I am the best. I should have this. This is mine. There's no such thing. Like some people donate to have fame, to get something. Their I is too big. That's why to have the absolute good deed is, let's just say, when you donate money, food, it's not the amount that you give. It's within the heart. You give with the I, mine. I gave that much. I did that much. I have this much, so I gave this much. It's not like that. It's still a good deed, but to compare, let's say, a poor person who can only afford to have breakfast and lunch, but then they see a poor person, a beggar who is starved, so they gave away their lunch for that day. They say, oh, it's okay, I already have breakfast, I can just give up my lunch, dinner just for this person. That deed is a lot bigger than a person who's a millionaire and donates 10,000, 30,000, 100,000 for fame, for a name, for recognition. It's just not that pure. So the pureness determines the deed, that the amount of good deed, the karma that you've built for this life and the next life. So the I and the mine, this is yours, this is theirs, I have to have that better than that. Your ambition, you have to let it all go. All your six senses is silence. Nothing in this world matters. No sound, no sight, beautiful, ugly, smelly, tasty, nothing matters. All your six senses into one. Silence, peace. We are made up of a whole bunch of karma related. Let's just say a cup with water in it, and after you drink it, you leave it there. Is the cup empty? People might say it's empty, but then there's air, there's dust flying around inside it. So is it really empty? And how is the cup there? Because it's a cup due to it starts with water, sand, dust, rock, soil. It needs fire. It needs someone to shape it into a cup. It needs air to dry. Many karma strings related for it to become a cup. And then from years later, it may break. It may become back into sand, soil, water. Just like us, we started out as a block of blood in our mother's womb. And through her eating, nourishment, we become a human shape due to our karma, a good karma. That's why we're able to become human, not an animal. And we are able to have intelligence. So And then after we are born, we need water, the sun, food to nourish us into an adult. And after an adult, we become old, sick, and then eventually again back to where we come from. We're dead. Nothing. It's all due to karma. And then the next life comes, depending on the karma that we did this life. Could be an animal, could go to heaven, could go to hell, become devil, who knows? That's why when you connect with someone, why someone always hate you, doesn't matter, you've never done anything wrong to them, you've never even seen them, but why do they hate you? And some people, they also never known you either, but why do they like you? It's due to all those connected karma string from this life to that life, or maybe you save their life, or you've done something good for them this life. That's why the next life they see you, they just have this good connection with you. Doesn't matter, you never done anything for them this life, but they just like you. And some people, they just look at you and they just hate you for no reason. It's all through this connected karma string. Nothing is real. If you've done this, you will get this. If you do this, you will get that. What if I tell you that whatever you're reading or learning is already 50 to 90% incorrect? Because if it's correct, why is the air polluted? Our soil, our water is polluted. Our food, you can't even eat all your food because some of them are poison, fake. All types of cancer, all types of sickness. The amount of cancer and sickness increase instrumentally year by year. If they are so smart and correct, then why is this world so polluted? We are unable to habitat here anymore. We are unable to live a healthy life here anymore. They are just learning and changing their theories day by day and making those theories acceptable by what you can see and hear, but it's not absolute truth. Even though we know it's not truth, we still fight, we still argue, we still greed for money, for us to live, for shelter, for food. We are like ants. Just look at them. Their life is not as long as us, but if you look at them, they still run around for money, not for money, but for food, for their shelter, for their lives. You try to attack a beehive, they'll try to attack you back. It's all for their own protection, for their lives, very short lives. Us looking at an ant or a butterfly lives for what, 2 years? They still struggle life. They think their life is long. They find food. They try to survive. Us, we live to 60 years old. We run around. We struggle for food, for shelter, for clothes, and we cause a lot of harm around us through greed, temptations, desires. Yet after 60, you cannot bring any of that with you. It's just the karma that follows you. It's kind of like a really rich man who has a very beautiful wife, and he has 3 sons. One son is called gold, the other is silver, and the third one is called karma. And at the end of his life, when he's almost dying and sick in bed, he doesn't want to die alone. So he asks his beautiful wife, "Can you die with me?" And the beautiful wife, "Why would you, if you love me, why would you want me to die with you and follow you to death? So if you love me, you have to let me live." So then he asks his first son, Gold. Can you die with me? I love you the most. The Gold son says, if you love me, why would you want me to die with you? So then he goes and asks his Silver son. And his Silver son answers the same. If you love me, why would you want me to die with you? I cannot follow you to death. I cannot follow you. And then he asks his third son, Karma, will you die with me and come with me? And the Karma son says, okay, I will follow you. So only karma, good deed, that will follow you through the next life. Let's just say our eyes, a sick person's eye who can only see bubbles, colors around them. And you are put into that environment where everybody just sees bubbles and colors wrong. So that's what they think that they can see. But when they are cured and have medication, they can see clearly and far. And then they are put back into the environment where no one is sick anymore with their sight. And then they go and see, oh, so this is what is supposed to be real. What I was seeing before was my sick eye or my sick hearing. A person who has hear buzzing sound all day long, just hear buzzing, and everyone around them also hears buzz. They never known any person who doesn't hear any buzzing sound. So when that person is cured and they leave the environment into a more vibrant sound environment where they can hear far, they can hear anything around this universe, they're like, oh, so this is true hearing. The other one was because I didn't take my medication. It's kind of like us. We are sick with greed, bad temptations. We are sick to our six senses, what we see, hear, smell, taste. We are stuck to it. But what it is not true. So when you recognize these and you do your meditation, you're able to let go of everything, and all your six senses become silence into one. All you can hear is peaceful sound. And if you can do this for an hour to 2 hours, that is where you want to be. And eventually you will be able to open one of your true senses. And eventually all the other six senses will open up. It's kind of like a knot. So when I first tie one knot, it's one knot. And then I tie another 7 knot in a string. Then there's 7 knot in the string. Or 6 knot in a string to represent the 6 senses. So when you're able and understand how to open one knot, you're able and understand how to open the other 5 knots. Let's just say if I try to pull the middle knot I pull to the right, it's not open. If I try to pull the left, it's not open. If I try to pull 2 sides of the string, the right and the left at the same time, it will open the one knot. So you just have to figure out how to open it. The first knot, you will be able to open the other 5 knots. So the first one is silence. You hear nothing. You just hear yourself, your heart, which is also silence, all your six senses in one. And all you say is Namo A Di Đà Phật while you sit there. It's all Namo A Di Đà Phật for a whole hour, and then 2 hours, and then you will eventually know where to go beyond that. Namo A Di Đà Phật.